The year 2004, the year of transitioning from a primary school setup to a secondary school setup. The period that my friend and I spent together, a period that brought us so close together to the point that we saw it important that we indeed had to join the same school, Kenyatta High School, one of the best boys' school in Taita. My friend got selected to join Kenyatta High School. I got selected to join Mwakitava Secondary School. And that is the time my problems began. I did not entertain even the slightest idea of joining any other school completely. And so for me, it wasn't any good news when my stance was met with something different. Now, here was the challenge. I got a school that I had known very well, a school that is neighboring my primary school. Being very observant of the things around me, and especially what I wanted, I had a clear picture of both schools. I never heard of any mathematics record that modeled what I wanted from the school that I was selected in. But the record was clear in my dream school. And it's not like there was any major problem with the school that I had got. It's just that I had my own personal agenda that I saw myself accomplishing elsewhere. I knew where I wanted to go with my life. My line was mathematics, and I really wanted to put everything into it. In fact, the mere mentioning of University of Nairobi, mathematics, the now late Professor George Saitoti, my line was already modeled. The mathematics record was clear for those who had been to the school of my dream, an aspect that was so dear to me, the reason that I decided to go all out for it. It is my personality to just go all out on anything that I found important for me. I have always loved that aspect of going first class on anything I do. I remember shedding tears at one of the shops in our hometown where we had gone to shop for my uniform. In my mind, I was like, at least we could have tried to pursue the second selection in my dream school. But then we just didn't do it. I have lived to rue that missed opportunity for a very long time. That day, I carried home a uniform I did not like, and in preparation to join a school that I did not want to join completely. Many of you have found yourselves, or you'll find yourself in this situation. What will you do? The grade A approach to life is here for you. I felt lost. I felt misunderstood, for what I was seeing at that particular time wasn't in harmony with what other people were seeing best for me. And that marked the beginning of a series of misunderstandings in my life. To my dislike, that is how I parted ways with my best friend, Pati. He joined Kenyatta High School, and I joined the other school. And among the rest who joined, my other friend and I had the highest marks since we had tied in KCPE exam. So my name was the first in the list of those who joined the school. And that was the last time my name ranked highly like that, having the highest mark. So I joined the school, tiny as I have always been to my peers, having an oversized trouser that was reduced to my height. I was laughed at, but in the end, I settled, and in my mind, having the promise of getting to link up with my friend Pati at Kenyatta High School when I get to Form 3. My friend and I could meet at half-term and on holidays. We had a lot to share on our experiences, and indeed, what I had predicted became true. The very person I used to inspire in mathematics back in primary became now my inspiration. He could tell me of mathematics concepts that I couldn't comprehend at that particular time. It's at this time that I began to feel the loss of my biggest asset. And this really replenished my resolve to actually make a life-changing move to my dream school, come Form 3. In Form 1 and Form 2, I never occupied the top 10 positions exam-wise, but at least I could be between positions 11 to 18 in a class of around 70 students. One thing that was still clear for me at that particular time was the fact that I always put mathematics ahead of other subjects. I never cared much about what I could score in other subjects if my mathematics was good. To me, getting A's in other subjects and failing in mathematics could have meant nothing. But getting an A in mathematics and then failing in other subjects could have meant the world to me, because it could have meant that I have maximized on being the best version of myself. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't send your ducks to Eagle School. It won't help even if it's the best school." Yes, all I saw for the 2 years was learning in the wrong direction. I kept learning more of what I couldn't comprehend. I lost the plot in mathematics. And that was huge for me, because that's where my inspiration always came from. I remember in Form 2, Term 3, I managed position 14. But then something happened in 2006, Term 1. The promise that I had of getting to join Kenyatta High School didn't happen. I remember in that term, I was position 37, and that is how I changed my range of positions from 11 to 19 in Form 1 and Form 2 to 37 to 45 in Form 3 and Form 4. I even remember my index number for KCSE exam was 038. I sang the song Kenyatta High School for 4 years. Some of my teachers knew about it, but didn't know the why. One subject that gave me solace was physics, a subject that I enjoyed leading in some exams and always getting good grades in it. I used to lead in mathematics in some exams, but then with very low grades of D minus, D, D plus, and sometimes C minus. And I remember leading in mathematics with the C minus in mock exams, the exam that preceded the final exam, KCSE. In that same year, 2007, my friend Pati, a very close friend I used to count on, one who used to encourage me since he had the knowledge of all my struggles, died. It was a very, very sad moment for the family and for all who knew him personally. So shocking. All I remember is seeing him board a matatu at our home, his usual boarding point, after hugging him goodbye. Little did I know that that was to be the last time that I saw him alive, and especially in Kenyatta High School colors. In about a fortnight after, he was no more. The sleepless nights, oh my, then came the burial. Looking at his corpse in full Kenyatta High School colors for the very last time. So sad losing my friend. A loss that touched on so many aspects of my life, the dreams we shared. I have never replaced that since. I lost my touch with mathematics. And then came the final exam, KCSE, October 2007. I faced the exam, giving all I could, but then I felt beaten on all angles. I had never felt so low, especially when taking on the mathematics papers, the exam of huge significance in one's life, as I did that year. Giving back the papers to the invigilators after 2.5 hours of answering almost nothing. I just could not calculate. We laughed at the situation as a class. But then whenever I found myself alone, contemplating on my mathematics situation, it gave me a bad feeling all the time. I got so bitter. One good thing that I remember having really enjoyed was playing table tennis. And indeed, getting to participate in tournaments. The school had really invested a lot when it came to indoor games, table tennis, badminton. And so in 2007, I had the privilege of participating in the Ocean Open tournament, and later I represented the district at provincial level. The year 2008, the results were released, and to my shock, I got what I never had imagined getting. D- in mathematics and a mean grade of C-. I really felt so low at this point. Double tragedy. And this is the situation that I had to face life with. To this day, I can confidently say that I took the right approach. I scored an A when it comes to my approach to life. Meet me in the next part of my story as I take you through my approach to life that still touched on the aspects that combined to my uniqueness. Yes, despite the grades that I got, I still could make the best of myself. Nothing is final to me unless and until I make it the final.